Anyway, it's pretty good. So there's going to be a coming together of characters in season 7. But what set it all up is the final episode of season 6, The Winds of Winter. Let's break it all down, Kayla, for our last episode of Kayla Knows Nothing.
This is kind of sad. It's the end of an
It
era.
is a little sad. I mean, we're still going to watch the episodes, obviously. This is a chart for
Nope,
you
I'm
later.
done. No season 7 for me.
But I'm not sure that we're going to call it Kayla Knows Nothing anymore, because you know things now. So we'll have to think of a new name for
Kayla
it.
knows some things.
Should we do that? That'd be funny. I kind of like that. What do you guys think we should call this segment now that Kayla has seen all the episodes? Kayla knows some things. Kayla knows something. Kayla knows it all.
Definitely not all.
Kayla explains it all.
Like Clarissa explains it all
Exactly
from
like
Nickelodeon.
Clarissa. Like Melissa Joan Hart. That
Was
her
she?
name.
That was her, right?
I think so.
Clarissa explains it all.
Anyway, about the Winds of Winter. Kayla, let's, she might do something. Let's begin. Kayla writes Winds of Winter, suggests Corinne. That's an ambitious one, Corinne. We could try it though. Okay.
Kayla knows best.
Kayla knows best, I like that. All right, let's start in King's Landing, where the show begins. Walk me through what happens here at the top of the episode.
King's Landing. Whoa, Dan. They're setting it all up for the confessions. What? Trial.
Cersei's trial.
Cersei's trial.
For killing
and
her
first
husband
is Loras. And they. How in depth do you want me to get here?
Follow your heart.
So they have Loras confess of his sins. They make him part of the
Faith militant.
They put the thing on his forehead and he's bleeding everywhere. It's gross. Yeah, it was really disgusting.
It was disgusting.
I don't even know where to go from here. Cersei's not there. Tommen's not there.
Right.
And that raises concern with Marjorie. And so she brings that to the
High Sparrow.
High Sparrow's attention. He's like, no, it's fine. Even if she's not here, she's still going to get punished or something like that. And then what's the main guy? The main religious dude?
The High Sparrow.
No, his like little
Oh, Lancel
minion.
Lannister?
Is that it?
That's Cersei's cousin.
The one that goes down to
that's
get
Lancel
Cersei
Lannister.
from the Red Keep. And he goes down there, gets stabbed. Okay, so the little kids
Right.
are like killers.
Yeah,
I were like,
they're
they're
creepy.
so cute a few episodes ago.
They're incredibly creepy.
Yeah.
It just added another layer of like, ugh, when they started killing people.
Who did they kill? The
They killed
Maester?
Grand Maester Pycelle,
Yes.
who's been there since the beginning, the very beginning, season 1.
He has. Killed him. And that's, I'm sure now that makes sense, that Cersei and Jaime were meeting with him. Right? The guy that runs the kids?
Yeah, they did. I mean, he works for Cersei. I don't think Jaime had anything to do with this.
Oh, true.
Do you?
No.
Okay. I think he left and Cersei's like, now that he's away, let's do something crazy.
So he goes down there, gets stabbed, sees the wildfire, tries
Under
to...
the Sept of Baelor.
Under the Sept of Baelor. The music throughout this whole thing was so good.
It was so good.
Everything,
I love that
like
music.
the filming, the editing, I loved all of it. He tries to blow out the candle before the wildfire. Meanwhile, upstairs, Marjorie's like, let's get the heck out of here.
And I love that Marjorie,
She picked up on it.
yeah, she almost made it. She was so
Any
close.
chance she's still alive?
I mean, I'll tell you this. When I first watched it,
They don't show her.
they didn't.
Die.
It was blowing up. I was like, oh, Marjorie's not near that. Then they zoomed out and they showed the entire place exploding. And I was like, she probably didn't make it out of that. So no.
Wouldn't that be cool though if she did and she just shows up in season 7?
It would be, she'd be like all burned and disgusting.
That's what I'm hoping for actually in season 7. But anyway, so yeah, the whole place blows up. Cersei is, where is she?
She is in the Red Keep. She's yeah, she's in the Red Keep, the castle in King's Landing, looking down on it from her balcony.
Watching it all go down, drinking
getting
her wine.
cranked and just waiting for it to blow.
And she stopped.
Really quick,
Oh, yes.
Julie is asking, can we tell her the time of your broadcast is changing? I'm sorry, Julie, it is changing because it's going to be on Mondays, the day after the episode, at 10 a.m. because we want to get our thoughts out, as quickly as possible. We want to express ourselves when we have the thoughts while they burn with passion. And I am sorry if that'll put some people in an awkward position. I know you're in Australia, and I don't know what time it is there, but
We hope you can still watch.
But I mean, we'll archive the episodes on Winter is Coming and on the Facebook page. So anybody who's inconvenienced can watch them there. And for the rest of you, we're going to party down at 10 a.m. on Mondays, 10 a.m. Central Time. So that's 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, and 8 a.m. Pacific Time.
What Dan said.
Yes.
Donna said Marjorie could be the gift Cersei returns. I hope you're right,
Oh,
Donna.
I love that. That's such a good idea. That's a good idea, Donna. I like that. The gift Cersei returns.
She kept the
Close to
creepy
who?
nun alive, so maybe Marjorie's out there somewhere.
How about a song of Dan and Kayla for the new segment from Mary Ellis?
That's cute.
That's a good one. And 7 a.m. Alaska time, Diana Karen Womack says. Good call. I didn't think about that. So yeah, anyway, it blows. I love that Cersei is just like, I'm sorry, I love
She
like the
had
camp
orchestrated
factor.
the entire thing, yeah.
With her helper Qyburn and the Mountain too,
Yep.
kept Tommen.
Kept Tommen away. Well, that kind of backfired.
How did it backfire?
Tommen watched it all happen from his room, makes all the connections. His mom's behind it.
His wife is dead.
His wife is dead. And he jumps out his window. And that's the end of Tommen.
It was a rough
That was
moment.
really sad. I didn't see that coming.
It was. I didn't see it coming either. Okay, so here's my questions for you about after this. Are you at all happy Cersei got her revenge? Are you angry at her for killing Marjorie and many of her family?
I wish-
Both? Neither?
I wish Marjorie and her family could have lived through it because I still like seeing that
I did
battle.
too. But I mean, Cersei's hated them for
I don't know
long
who's
time.
going to stop Cersei now. Well, I guess we have people coming.
Oh yeah, we
so,
lost people coming.
So disregard that. But I'm just bummed about Marjorie.
Ooh. Rodrigo says that the Tommen suicide was the first self-made decision of his life, which is a dark way of looking at it, but I think you could say that some way.
Yeah.
He's been jerked around by his mother, his wife, the High Sparrow.
Yeah, poor guy. Yeah, so I was mad at her for that, but I'm kind of the religious thing was weird and creepy.
Right, and she did get rid of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of admire Cersei's balls, just the way that she stepped up
everybody
and
out.
took charge. It's insane to do that, and I think it's a bad decision to hurt people, but she's God help me, she's entertaining to watch, and I'm looking forward to watching her do more in season 7. How about this? So
She doesn't even regret it either. Just on with her day, drinking her wine.
right, I bet she regret
Taking her seat on the
There's that
throne.
quick scene where she saw Tommen's body. She didn't really show much emotion.
She acted surprised by that happening.
Right.
It's like she didn't think that would be a result of.
I mean,
Her
one of the
doings.
things the writer said was that if she had just paid attention to Tommen more instead of pouring wine over that awful nun, she might have been able to talk him down.
Right.
But-
Gone in there right after it happened or something.
Cersei has these impulses, these dark impulses for revenge.
What's going to
for
happen to that
anger.
nun?
I don't want to think about it. I don't think anybody should. It's going to be rough.
They didn't really show much, and I was curious what was happening.
The mountain's going to attend to her for however long it takes. And at the end of the
Scared.
episode, she becomes the queen. Cersei is the queen of the 7 kingdoms, sitting on the Iron Throne. The music is playing. It's all gothic, and I love it. It's just great. And Jaime walks in, returned from his Riverlands excursion. What's going through his mind at this point?
Probably a little shell-shocked.
My son committed suicide, and my
Everyone
sister
is
wife,
dead.
yes,
My sister wife is
my sister lover.
the queen. Yeah, I kind of feel bad for him.
How so?
I mean, I don't think he has much control at this point,
Right. Well,
even though it is a sister.
can you know the
and
linkage
lover.
between? Do you remember why Jaime is called the Kingslayer in the first place?
Because he killed Daenerys' father.
dad. Because
He was gonna kill everyone with
wildfire. He
Wildfire.
blew up the whole city with wildfire.
and that's what Daenerys just did.
That's what Cersei just
Oh,
did.
all right, that's what I meant. Cersei.
That's where she found the wildfire. It was just left there.
Ooh. So now will he want to kill Cersei?
That's the question. What do you think? I mean, basically, Cersei just
I-
did what he killed a king to prevent happening.
I think Jaime should hop on I think he could team up with Brienne and Sansa and Jon.
And join the side of the light.
Probably won't happen, but that's what I would recommend for Jaime.
I'd agree with you. I think a lot of people think that. There's just a part of me that wants Cersei to, I don't know. I mean, I want her to go down, but I want her to take some folk with her when she goes. Just like a blaze of glory I want for
I have
her.
no idea how this is going to end.
And I enjoy that. And various commentators are mentioning, don't forget the prophecy from season 5, where young Cersei went to the witch lady and she said that all 3 of your children will die.
That was season 5?
That was a long time ago,
Whoa.
right?
We fly through these.
We do.
Oh yeah, all 3 of your children would die.
And it came
That
true.
happened.
So
What
there
else
was
was said in that?
That was about it.
Oh.
There's more in the book, but in the show, the gist is your children are going to die. Sorry. JK.
And it's all her fault.
It's all her fault. And that's where we'll leave Cersei. Let's move on to the twins, where Arya popped up.
Yeah, I didn't see this coming either.
So what happened here?
She is a faceless
Woman.
woman who approaches Walder Frey and asks him to eat a pie. This is so gross. Like, I'm gonna throw up talking about it.
I can talk about it if you want.
And
or just
what does
gloss
she
over it.
say? Something like, he's like, where are my sons? And
Yeah,
she's like, they're here.
They're here.
He's like, no, where are they?
They're in you.
She gets the pie and she's like, they're right here. And then there's like a toe hanging out of the piece of pie.
It's pretty gross.
And then she removes her face and it's her and she kills him. Slits his throat. See ya.
The question I always
Shaq.
have for these scenes for you with Arya is, keep in mind, she killed 2 people, ground them into a baked good, and then fed them to their father before killing him. And Walder Frey's terrible man, Red Wedding, killed Catelyn Stark and Robb Stark. At what point does Arya go from plucky, like, girl who has her revenge story to, like, serial murderer who we should be afraid for and concerned about?
We should definitely be afraid of her. I still don't see her as, I mean, she's just getting revenge for what people already did to her.
Right. I mean, she's going about it pretty cruelly. Again, she cooked people into a pie.
That's really gross.
That's intense. That's
It's next level, Arya.
that's deranged.
That is like,
A baked good, yes.
what's that show?
Pie Boss. I made that up. That's not a real show.
Cake Boss? I hope they don't cook people in that show. Dexter. Wouldn't he do
Dexter,
weird
right.
things like that? Like he would kill serial killers and chop them
Yeah.
up.
I guess he was a likable serial killer. Why can't we have a likable serial killer? Maybe Arya will be that. Where do you see Arya going from here?
I hope she reunites with Sansa and Jon.
Yeah,
I want
that's
the
definitely a
Starks to
possibility.
reunite.
I think that's the one big possibility. The other one is that she'll go south to kill Cersei in the mountain.
I
of
think
folks
she
on
could be
her
friends
list.
with Tyrion and Daenerys.
Totally. So
Totes.
I think that's like the forking path in front of her. Do I go north to reunite with Jon and Sansa? Or do I go south to cross more names off my kill list? Bake more folk into pies, etc.
At this point, I'm gonna say she's gonna kill more people.
Okay. We'll see where that goes in season 7. If any of you, Karen saw a new recipe on Pinterest for a Frey pie.
Ew,
The
what's in it?
ingredients have to be illegal, so report that person to the police, unless they're like doing faux human flesh, but I imagine they are. All right, moving on. Sam, and Leanne wants her to reunite with Nymeria, her direwolf. She drove away in a Lassie-like fashion way back in the first season.
I don't remember that at all.
Maybe we'll do a little refresher. Anyway, in Old Town, we got Sam finally arriving at the Citadel, which is...
He is ready to learn stuff.
He's ready to learn stuff. What do you think of these scenes?
I thought it was cool. He was like a little kid in a candy
Right?
store
I mean,
shop.
all his life he's been told you have to, be a man, you have to use a sword, you have to fight. And all he wanted to do is read.
And this place is huge
Mm-hmm.
with thousands and hundreds and thousands of millions of books.
It looked beyond vision. So he's finally in his element. That is, it's good for Sam.
Yes, that's where he
least-
belongs. He shouldn't be fighting people.
What do you think? Because, so he's down there. What do you think, what role will he play in the final story now? Because they wouldn't spend time with him. He's not going to tie back into it.
That is true. That's a good point. I'm not sure, Dan. I haven't thought about that.
That's fair enough. We can look forward to that later.
What do you think will happen to him?
I think that he is going to find some information that's important in one of those books, maybe about Jon's true parentage, which we also found out this time, or about the White Walkers, and get that info, that crucial info, back to somebody who can do something about, like Daenerys or Jon or something. So I think he'll tie back in, but we'll see. For now, I'm looking forward to the subplot I call Sam Tarly Goes to College. I wish they had a whole season just to do like an Animal House with Sam Tarly kind of thing in it, just him like having pranks, going on panty raids, that kind of thing. But
Panty raids?
maybe not Sam, he wouldn't do that. He'll mostly just study and hang out in his dorm with Gilly and Little Sam. But we'll probably get into the plot pretty quick. Now Dan's making a case for why Sam might be useful. Yes, I am, Zachary Best. Thank you. Oh, and let's not forget, Rodrigo points out that he did steal his family's Valyrian steel sword.
Oh, true. So that's going to come into play at some point.
So that's got something
For
there.
sure.
And we move it on to
Is he going to
Winterfell.
save everyone from the White Walkers?
Wouldn't that be cool? Sam's the hero of everything?
Yep.
I'd buy it. Not just rent it, I'd buy it. Anyway, moving on to Winterfell. So we got some Cracker Jack scenes here. First up, Davos confronted Melisandre about that whole thing where she burned Shireen Baratheon, 9-year-old whatever, alive
He was
at the stake.
pissed.
More angry than we've ever seen him before. He's usually a pretty calm waters guy.
Yep. I think he had every right to be.
Oh, absolutely.
So Jon sends her booty south.
Why doesn't Jon kill her?
I don't think I'd want to kill her. I think she has too many magical powers to kill her.
I mean, we do know that she's way older than she lets on because of magic. But I mean, also, let's not remember, she brought Jon back to life.
Right.
Like, doesn't he owe her a bit?
Yeah. And I think, what if they need something in the future?
I think so too. I don't think her story's done. There's too much we don't know about her yet.
I think this was the right thing to do. Send her away, but don't kill her.
Right. Although Davos, if she comes back, he will totally kill her for good.
True.
I thought it was a very powerful scene. I like that scene a lot. My heart broke for Davos.
She seemed upset by it as well.
She did.
Kind of.
I mean, again, because her whole thing is she had this unshakable certainty for so long, and then it ended up that the guy she put all her faith in just didn't work out, and she burned a little girl for nothing. She's seriously questioning her 400-year-old life choices at this point. So that's where her head is at. And I'm intrigued to see where it goes next, because she's always interested in me. It's so bad. Oh no, the feed is so bad? So Julie Davies says, we will do our best to power through and do what we can. Anything we can do, Richard? Is the feed okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Oh, bye, Julie. See you soon. Anyway, also, other big points. Where do Sansa and Jon stand now?
I think they're going to have, she's a lot more headstrong now. So she's
Right.
very opinionated.
Definitely.
He has his opinion. He's always been opinionated.
Sure.
So they'll probably clash. And now I know Littlefinger's going to somehow play a role in that.
Sure.
They had a
He likes to
look.
wedge. They did have a look, yes, because Jon is elected king in the north. Quick tangent. What's your impression of that scene where Lyanna Mormont, the 7-year-old, like shames all the other people
Oh
into
yeah,
electing
that was
him?
crazy. She shamed him?
Pretty much. She shut up and was like, you didn't answer the call, you
Oh, right,
coward. You didn't
right.
answer the call, even though you should have, and you didn't. I did. Where were you? I'm like 10.
Yeah, she's a little feisty one.
Right. And
I
they all
like
felt
that.
so bad that they elected Jon Snow king of the north.
Right. That one guy was like, I was too afraid to join you, and I should have. And I think they had every right to elect him king of the north.
Right, why not? The look, some folk have theorized that it's about Sansa thinking that she deserved the top spot, because she was the one who kind of won the Battle of the Bastards by summoning the Knights of the Vale and swooping in and killing them all and saving Jon's bacon. Because Jon kind of messed up. He's charged right into Ramsay's trap. Sansa got the troops and actually won it. So do you think there's anything there?
I think she has every right to think that she should be the one in power, yeah.
Right.
Since she saved them.
So it's tricky, right? I mean, because
But
they
then
love
Littlefinger
each
probably
other.
thinks he should be the one in power because he brought the army in.
It sounds good, doesn't it? Frankly, it sounds like
Got a
it's
little triangle of powers
juicy situation
here.
here. I'm looking forward to seeing how that develops, because there's plenty of ways it could go.
Yep.
And Bran's on his way back, too, to Winterfell, one
Yes.
assumes. So it's going to be crazy up in his house.
What was that again, Dan?
I'll not repeat myself. It's on tape. You can all see it at your leisure.
You just continue to surprise me.
Oh, good. Oh, here's a question from Donna. If Jorah Mormont, last
He
seen...
needs to come back.
Yeah, he's out there somewhere. If he returns, does he have any claim to House Mormont? Because that little girl, Lyanna Mormont, is his niece.
There are just too many family relations in this.
There totally are. I don't know. Maybe. He was exiled. That's a good question, Donna. I honestly don't know. I'm sure that he could make a claim if he wanted to, but Jorah, as we know, is a one-woman man. The woman is Daenerys. And I don't think, if Daenerys wants him to have House Mormont, he'll definitely take it. And if Daenerys wants him to scrub floors for the rest of his life, he'll do that too.
I think he'll be forever indebted to her.
Yes, or just in love with her, head over heels.
Yep.
All right. Moving on down, we go beyond the wall to an important scene with Mr. Bran Stark. Okay, why don't you describe what happened in this flashbacky, werewood, three-eyed raven, fantastic scene.
So he sees Ned,
Young Ned Stark,
young
right?
Ned Stark. He saw the sword fight a few episodes ago, and now
Right.
he follows him up the stairs to a room with a woman who just gave birth.
You know who the woman is? That woman
Lyanna?
is Lyanna Stark.
Lyanna Stark.
Ned Stark's dead sister.
Okay, and she's clearly dying. There's
Yes,
blood
in
everywhere.
childbirth.
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
And she asks him to take her baby or protect it or, yes, take it and protect it and raise it.
Right.
And it's Jon Snow,
It's Jon Snow, man.
which means he's not a bastard.
He's not a
which
bastard.
means Catelyn was mean to him for no reason. That made me really upset.
And that Ned lied to her for all those years.
Yeah,
about
why did
it.
he keep it a secret?
Why did he keep it a secret?
I don't know.
All right. That's why we have this chart. I don't know. Explain it all, like Clarissa or Kayla. By the way, commentators are arguing about why Jorah was banished. He was banished
Yeah, the
because he
scales.
sold slaves to
Oh.
pay for his second wife's lavish lifestyle. So they're related, the wife and the slave selling. Anywho, okay, let's walk through this.
Yep.
So we got the Mad King Aerys Targaryen.
Yes.
One blew up King's Landing, Jaime killed him.
Yep.
His children were Daenerys Targaryen. We know her pretty well.
Yes.
Viserys Targaryen, her gross brother. Long dead. And finally, Rhaegar Targaryen, who we never met, died before the show started, was kind of going to be the prince, but Robert Baratheon, the king we was in the show when the first started, remember him?
Yes.
Killed him in battle. That's how he became king. He killed Rhaegar Targaryen, took the throne, and that was
Okay.
that. Now, over on the Stark side, we got, Ned Stark, we got zombie Benjen Stark, who helped out Bran and Mira this time, and we got Lyanna Stark, their sister. Now, what happens is a little unsure, but at some point, Lyanna Stark and Rhaegar Targaryen got together, they rode down to that tower.
Evidently.
That is Rhaegar's child, and they had Jon Snow together. That's the baby.
So Daenerys is his aunt.
Daenerys is Jon Snow's aunt.
Mind blown.
Mind blown.
Did you freak out when this happened?
Oh, this has been a fan theory for like literally,
Oh.
I mean, I'm not exaggerating when I say decades.
So what does this mean?
What does it mean? Extrapolate.
And how will Jon ever know? Bran has to tell him.
Bran has to tell him, or Sam could figure it out.
Sam.
Now that we know, I imagine it's going to come out somehow. I'm not quite sure how yet, but it'll probably come out. What does that mean?
It means he's related to Daenerys.
Yeah. It also means, is a little something, that
It's not a Stark in any way.
assuming that these two got married before they had Jon Snow, not only is he not a bastard, he's a true-born male Targaryen.
Whoa.
And Daenerys' whole thing is, I get to rule Westeros because my father was the king. I'm the last Targaryen.
Well, this changes some things.
If Jon is Targaryen too, that means Daenerys and Jon could potentially be fighting for the throne.
It
Which
just
I'd
got
love.
interesting.
Which I would love.
Can
But
they
I'm not sure.
co-throne?
Another theory is they'll get married.
Oh, no. That
Oh,
shouldn't
because of the
happen.
incest.
Right. No.
Weirder things have happened on this show, but would you rather they got married or fought?
Neither.
Gotcha. What's Kayla's option 3?
Rule the throne together.
Fair
And
enough, they
not
could do that.
Get married.
Gotcha. Stay platonic because
Just
they're related.
Be related and be a aunt and nephew without creating offspring.
Let's hope. J. Angie House Barnes says, it's GOT, which makes me think she's saying, that's not going to happen.
Right.
That's way too nice.
They'll do something super uncomfortable.
Anyway, finally, oh my gosh, 2 little bits. We go down to Dorne really quick, where we cover this a little bit, where the Sand Snakes, Ilaria Sand, link up with Olenna Tyrell,
Poor Olenna in our all black,
Right.
mourning the death of her entire family.
her son, her grandson, her granddaughter. Sucks.
I feel like she should have been on top of that better.
I mean, she got out, she left King's Landing because, okay, here's my take on that. That I think if Cersei hadn't gone and blown up everybody, Marjorie would have eventually convinced the Sparrow they were on her side and gotten back into power. I think that she was playing a long game.
Yeah, because she gave her grandma the little
the
rose.
note. And she had a good working relationship with the High Sparrow, and she was kind of manipulating Tommen too.
She was just
I think
playing
she
the
was
game.
planning to get back into it, and then Cersei's like, I'm gonna blow everybody up, and kind of ruined everything, is my opinion. I think Marjorie would have been back on top in time, but Cersei isn't really a long-term kind of person, and she just had to get at it now, so it's not to be.
Cersei's gonna do Cersei.
Cersei gonna be Cersei. You do you, Cersei. Or not, because it hurts people. So Olenna, the Sand Snakes, and then Varys comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, so what's that about? Because isn't he with Tyrion and the Daenerys side?
He is.
Okay, so are they all joining forces?
What do you think?
Probably, because Olenna hates Cersei.
Yeah, and so do the Sand Snakes.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And Daenerys wants her out because she wants the throne. She's on it.
So they're, okay, wow.
And Varys left a couple episodes back to go seek out allies in Westeros. He said, I think this is what he was talking about. So basically, we're looking at an alliance between Daenerys, Olenna, the Sand Snakes, Theon and
Varys.
Yara, Varys, sure.
That's a big group.
It's a big group. She got her Dothraki, she got her dragons, she got her Unsullied. She got a lot of people and a lot of boats.
I want to be on her team.
She seems like she can't possibly lose. It's one of the questions we're wondering about. Anyway, and lastly, let's talk about Daenerys a bit.
She's forming a super team, if you will.
She is. She's totally forming a super group, like Jefferson Starship. Was that a super group?
Like the Warriors.
Or was that airplane? I don't care. It's neither here nor there. What's that? Gotcha. Okay. Finally, let's address Daenerys. This is her kind of final moment in Essos. She finally leaves for Westeros. She dumps Dario like a hot potato.
Yep.
How'd that go over?
He didn't like it. He wanted to go with her.
He did. He could have reacted worse. I guess he didn't cry or thrash or, make crazy demands or anything. He didn't make a scene.
More than I can say.
That's what I'm saying. On Kayla's personal life sided, we'll bring you all of those details. Yeah, she dumps him. Are you sad about the end of that relationship?
I've never been okay with the character change since like season 3, so I didn't care.
You're still holding on to it? No,
Yeah.
I understand. I'm not.
She did what she had to do.
She did. I don't think she ever really
Didn't love
loved
him.
him.
Yeah,
No.
no. I didn't feel it between them, so I don't care.
Anyway, but she goes, and then she kind of meets the real man of her dreams, Tyrion Lannister. Kidding, maybe, we'll see. And they have a little talk where basically she gives him the hand of the queen pin.
He was so happy.
He was, because he's wanted that kind of respect for a long time. And he worked for Joffrey, which was like the worst job in the world.
Right.
But kind of doing the same thing for someone like Daenerys, he could like that a lot better.
Yes.
So he's in a very...
They seem to respect each other.
Yeah, they do, much more than Joffrey and him ever did. So he's in a good place too. And that final shot is, well, one little question. Tyrion's going back. How do you see him...
I'm scared for Tyrion.
Why?
Because the minute he gets over there, Cersei's going to be after him.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's behind a line of, Dothraki cavalry and Sullied infantry, 3 dragons, tons of armies, a bunch of boats. I mean, it's going to be hard.
How did things leave off with him and Jaime? Does Jaime still think... Jaime doesn't think he did it, does he?
Jaime knows he killed the father.
Oh, yes.
And he vowed to kill him for that.
True. Okay, forgot about the dad.
So that's what I was going to ask. Like, how would that family reunion go?
Not well.
Not well. I really doubt Cersei will be able to kill Tyrion, though, because Daenerys
Tyrion
is
can't
so
die.
powerful.
Yeah, true.
But that's it. And then that final shot, they all head for Westeros.
boats.
The boats.
The dragons.
Dragons. All the ships. Flowy. The wind. The sea. The spray.
And I am all caught up.
You are all caught up. You deserve this Hand of the Queen pin, because you know everything. And guys, we thank you for coming on this journey with us. It's been, no, it's actually a bottle opener, so it's not going to go on your breast. Your vest is what I said.
You said breast.
I meant to say vest. If I said breast, it was purely a slip of the tongue. Let's move on. Anyway, my hair is a mess today because I was in the rain. Anyway, we're going to be back on Monday, July 17th at 10 a.m. to go over the first episode of the Game of Thrones Season 7 entitled Dragonstone.
I hope you get enough sleep before now and then.
I will not. I will be breaking it all down. We'll be digging into it. We'll be looking for your opinions. I'm really excited. Kayla, thank you for coming to this journey with me.
Thanks, Dan.
It's been a lot of fun.
It's just been a dream.
We'll have giveaways too. We'll have guests. Oh, it's finally here.
I'm nervous for you.
I'm nervous for us all. Paul says, I'm so ready for 7/16. That's correct, Paul. See you then, Karen. Agree with you. Natasha can't wait to see Cersei's face when she finds out Tyrion is with Dany. That'd be pretty funny, yeah.
Same.
And anyway, one other question we'll get. Rodrigo asked, you guys think Tyrion will ever ride a dragon?
I hope so.
That'd be cool. I could see that happening, but I'm not sure. We'll find out together on July 16th. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you in just 5 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yes, 5 days at 10 a.m.
See you Monday.